Hey everyone, welcome back to another Painting with Jay. As always, my name is Jay. So grab a brush, grab some paints, grab some models, and paint along with me. Let's rid our world of unpainted models. Yes! As always, huge shout out to Cody Rue. Adam, you missed a spot right there. Yes. And just like last week, I'm going to be continuing working on my commando models. I'm working away. I'm trying to finish a model a day, so today's just going to be a lot of batch painting to get some basic steps done on them, and I'll do more detail work and finish them up one a day. So let's get started. Talk about life. Yes. Hey everyone, welcome back to Painting with Jay. Yes. Today I'm going to continue working on a bunch of commandos. As you can see, I have two different skin color schemes. I don't know why, but I decided to do a combination for this group of, this is using Ork Flesh, and this is using, what's the other one? Mantis Warriors Green. I'll actually make a video in the near future. I just want to make an Orky Flesh video. I want to make a few series comparing a few different skin tones using contrast paints. So that'll be cool. Yeah, they're coming along. I've finished so far 6 or 7 of them. There's my color scheme, as you can see. And I've been actually making little short videos, which have been fun, just documenting my progress every day. I'm just going to right now do a cleanup color right now. Unfortunately, I made a little bit of a mess. I did the opposite of an Adam. I didn't miss a spot. I overpainted a couple spots. So I'm just going to clean up some areas. Also, any of the teeth that are available right now. There's only 1 or 2 that actually have teeth exposed. I'll paint the teeth as well. With right now I'm just using Wraithbone. And then I'm just going to clean up a couple areas of overpaint. That way it doesn't really bleed into the next color. Resets it. And there we go, 1 more tooth. And as always, I'll just talk about my life and have fun. You know, I love painting orcs. I really do. That's kind of why I saved orcs for my last big army. You know, as I said, after this, it's just a bunch of, not a bunch, it's just a handful of like Grey Knight models, but I figured by that point the Grey Knights will probably have a new look. So I didn't want to prioritize that one. Their army is definitely due for a reboot. Especially with their Terminators, which are now significantly smaller than normal Terminators. And, yeah. So, as I said, I'm predicting they're going to get a big reboot. You know, maybe a big plastic Keldor Drago. I don't think there's one already. No, there's no one. So, that'd be cool. That's on my wish list. I have so much content right now that I'm sitting on, and I really got to start just putting it out, editing it, putting it out. I have a bunch of painting videos. I just haven't had the time to edit them, and some ideas for some topics that I want to discuss. And now it's getting to the point where other people, bigger channels, are starting to discuss the same topics. So I'm like, oh, shoot, you know, I don't want to look like a copier, but I'm going to make one anyway. Yeah. I think this guy's arm is clothed. Yeah, that's okay. Clean up that. Yeah, so I'm just going to do a little bit of a cleanup color first and get everybody cleaned up. And then from there I will, I was a little heavy with my dry brushing. I do like the skin tones though. I like the light orc too. I just haven't decided which is the better orc. I don't know. Which one is the better orc flesh? This one's brighter, more vibrant, but I'm used to the olive tones that the other ones. So I should make a video comparing and contrasting them. No pun intended. Yeah. As I said, this is just Wraithbone. It resets the areas so that it'll let the contrast still do its work. I'm just going to focus on areas that are actually going to be clearly, visible, sort of visible to the eye, like that area of the boots. I picked up another paint. I've never actually used the contrast leather yet, snakebite leather. So I just bought it. I'm going to use it today, probably, if I have the time. We're 4 minutes in, so we'll see how many steps I get into today. But leather will be cool. I'm going to use snakebite leather. I want to make a video comparing it to the leather from Speed Paints, because that's all I've been using. But it's very shiny. There's a gloss to it, and I think that's weird. So I want to try using this one, see if it becomes more matte. This guy is good. He's the one I was working on different tones with. This guy, look, it's a pretty quick step. As you can see, the great thing about using speed paints, that's also a video I want to make, is just, I love them. I love using speed paints, contrast paints. I love painting orcs, and it's just combining them, honestly, is like my favorite thing ever. It's going to hopefully prevent me from burning out, which I don't think it will anyway, but I have 200 plus orcs to paint this year. Right? So if I can get, I'm trying to paint 30 orcs in 30 days, of course, for my mini painting challenge. And so that'll be good. I'll knock out all the commandos and their little commando assistants. There's like 3 grots and 3 squigs. And then I will probably take a week off and paint. I didn't paint his hand. I missed a spot. I pulled an atom. Let's stop right where I'm doing this cleanup and just paint that guy's hand. I don't know how I missed that. All this time I've been trying to help Adam, that I've been oblivious to my own shortcomings. So, yeah, I'll have to paint and I'll have to highlight up that guy's hand after as well. But I love the contrast paints. They just make painting so much fun. You feel like you get so much more accomplished so quickly. I don't know. It drives me. There we go. To keep painting. And also painting orcs is just fun. Oops. Painting orcs is fun. To begin with, for me. I've painted, I don't know how many, 300, 400 boys already. Orcs over the last, many years. So... still winter. We've hit that point where every winter there's that point where, it depends on the winter, but most winters there's that point where you just want it to be spring. And I've hit that point. We've gotten so much snow, and we're going to get buried today. Predicting another foot to 1.5 feet. Somewhere between there, so 30 to 45 centimeters here in Atlantic, Canada. So I've snowblowed most days. There was a period of like 6 straight days that I snowblowed or shoveled every day, and it gets tiring. It becomes a part of the day, and so I'm hoping that March is going to bring some warm weather soon. We're almost that's the thing about February. I always find January is the hardest month, so February tends to be a little easier for me. Because February is a short month, and a bunch of things happen, like Valentine's Day and Family Day and all that stuff, and all the days and good things, and then it's over. It's such a quick month, right? It's only 4 weeks long. It's so quick. And it's not like January, where January's my least favorite month, because... it's like, so December's all about Christmas to me, right? And then January is when you take down all of the Christmas decorations, and then it's just cold, and it's dark, and dropped my model. These are little grot dudes, little assistant grot dudes. They're pretty clean. Actually, I don't think I need to paint much clean up of them. Same with that one. Yeah. And so January is just cold and dark, and then you take down the Christmas decorations, and it's like, oh, that's the thing about winter, is it tricks you. You know, it's like it sneaks in just before Christmas, and then Christmas leaves, and then it's like, oh, I'm here. And so yeah, you know, I'm just. But February much quicker, and then March, like you see the end. And usually I'm preparing for Adepticon. To be honest, I don't think I'm going to Adepticon this year. I haven't made the official call yet. I have a hotel room booked, but I can cancel it with just my deposit penalty. There's a lot going on right now between Canada and the United States, which I'm not going to get into. I don't want to get political in my videos. And right now the Canadian dollar is extremely weak. You know, it's bouncing around 69, 70 cents a dollar to the American dollar. So the hotel room alone would cost almost $2,000 Canadian for 4 nights, right? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Well, not 2,000. I don't remember much. A bunch, though. The hotel plus the flight would cost well over $2,000 for sure. So I just don't know right now if I really want to spend that. And in addition, right now I got to figure out a better plan for flying, because I used to be able to book it with points, which was awesome. And I used to just have to fly to Chicago, which flying out of Atlantic Canada, you fly to Toronto or Montreal first. From Montreal or Toronto, you fly to Chicago. Easy, right? Easy. Or easier, I guess. You know, I just had to be careful with my flights and my, you know, there's always the risk of connection delays and all that stuff, and then you get in trouble. But then, when Adepticon changed to Milwaukee, it becomes a lot harder, because that adds one more flight. And so then it's Toronto or Montreal to Chicago. So it's from Atlantic Canada to Toronto, Montreal, from that city to Chicago, from Chicago to Milwaukee. And that alone is throwing a big monkey wrench in my plans, because that third flight connection just really complicates things. You know, where it's like, okay, do I need to get there at 4 a.m. to Milwaukee time to fly home, but then I'll be waiting in Chicago for 5 hours? Or do I have to do it over 2 days? Like, it's that kind of situation, because there's unfortunately very few flights a day from Toronto or Montreal to where I live. So that's really complicated things, to be honest. And I don't know. Maybe this year I'm just going to relax, save the money. Next year maybe I'll go back, you know, once I can figure out a good plan. I was able to book a hotel, so that was good. But I don't know. I really want to go. I really like seeing my friends, and it's more about just seeing friends and hanging out with people. And you know, I don't play a lot of games. That's it. I'm not bringing an army. I just like to hang out with people, see my friend Ken, and my friend, you know, Austin and Mikey and Black Tom, and it's just so much fun. And so that's the thing. I really want to go. I really do want to go. But it's getting to the point now where, you know what, maybe it's better to just hold back for a year, save the money. You know, I can definitely put it elsewhere. The money for Adepticon would pretty much build me almost a new deck. One of my decks both my decks need to be replaced. And so I'm just gonna take some Lamia Medium and some Garakad's Sewer. That's my mid-tone brown for the bodies. And maybe I'm just going to save it. You know? Because, again, the Canadian dollar is just so weak right now, and there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on in between Canada and the United States right now. As I said, I don't want to really get into it, but there's a lot going on. I think some of my American friends are not as aware of what is going on, because, I don't know, maybe it doesn't affect them as much, but I don't know. So, let's start painting Garakad's Sewer. I'm just going to move my palette over here. There, perfect. Garakad's Sewer. It's a great tone. Ooh, it's a little dark. could even drop it even more. Okay, that's too dark. Whatever. Maybe it's just him, that one part. Yeah, let me add some more contrast medium into this. So, we'll see. I still have another week or two to decide. Then I'm going to make the official decision. Because I still have a hotel room booked. I can still book a flight last minute. Because the rest of me, the combination right now is not ample anyway, so it's like, I'm just going to pull some pigment off this. Cool. We'll see. I said, haven't decided yet. But, that's a better tone. Yes, it's a bit lighter. I haven't decided yet. The Adepticon's always fun. I really did want to see the Milwaukee, new location. I was trying to convince my friend Austin that we should go see a Bucks game. I said I'd have a great time, eat American food. It's just really expensive. And plus I used to be able to use points for my flight. Now I can't. I can't get a flight combination with points. So it's more expensive. Right? And so the Canadian dollar is its like weakest in a long, long, long time. So I'll make the call soon. Think of how much 40K I could buy. Well, I'm not buying anymore. Obviously, I'm not buying anymore for a while. Maybe when the Grey Knights come out, I'll pick up a few models or the new kits. But right now, I'm just enjoying painting works. I don't need to buy any new models. I have 200 models to paint in front of me. Right? Why do I need to buy more right now? Yeah. Don't need to buy more. I'm trying to rid our world of unpainted models. And as I said, after this, if I get rid of my, if I finish my Ork painting this year, I'm only down to 20 something models left. My pile of shame's gone, which is huge, right? That's huge. It's what we all aspire to, so I'll accomplish it, and I'll tell you how life is like on this side. So this guy, you know what? Maybe I'll do a second coat. It'll make it really dark. But yeah, there we go. But it'd be amazing to have my pile of shame gone, right? I could buy a model and just paint it on the spot. No guilt. No guilt at all. That's kind of my dream situation. So I do hope all your painting challenges yourself, like all your painting projects, are coming along in internet land. I've been having fun making short videos. Just quick videos showing my progress for my painting. Just a fun little way to make a little video. But as I said, I got to make more long videos. I have a lot of content. A lot of contrast-themed videos, some topics. A couple of quick painting tutorials, just like 3-step painting tutorials showing just basic stuff. I'm hoping that some basic painters or basic basers will get something from it. I feel like I still have, ultimately I still feel like I have stuff to contribute. And that's kind of it. I won't make videos if I don't think I have something to contribute. Obviously, I'm not at the level of painting as a lot of the YouTubers out there these days, the guys that are professional now, and girls, but there's a lot of like professional YouTubers these days. in our niche that are they're like, I guess they have a lot of support from the community, or they are rich, or I don't know, but they have the capability of doing it for a living, which is great. I have my 9 to 5. I don't have the capacity to do this for a living. This guy has none. Oh, I'll do his backpack. So, and I'm not as strong of a painter. I paint to a tabletop standard. I'm using contrast paints, which is like the bane of most of these YouTubers' existence, which is also why I want to make a video about that. But yeah, I paint to a decent tabletop standard, and I'm happy with that. That's where my niche is, where my happiness lies, because I don't have the time to spend 2 days on an orc boy. No. I could, but in 2 days I mean like a whole 2 days, not my 2 days where I'm doing it after work. Dun dun dun. This guy, I'll do his backpack. Oh, maybe his jacket as well. But as I said, with contrast paints, you can just kind of pick them up, start putting paint on the model, and you feel like you're getting so far so quickly. And all you're doing is, again, you're glazing over a zenithal base coat. Very basic technique. But man, with these paints, it just comes along so quickly. It feels great. I love the feeling after these painting with J's when I'm doing contrast painting. Because I feel like after an hour, especially with an hour, like the amount that you feel like you get done in an hour is crazy. It really is. It's just, you feel like you get so much accomplished in this hour. Also, it's like my therapy session, as I've discussed. I just rant and rave about the world. I've been really, honestly, and this sounds cheesy, but two things. I've been trying to remove as much social media from my life as possible over the last, 6 to 8 months. To be honest, because it's so toxic. It's so toxic. It's just politics and social fighting, and then the algorithms figure out what you hate or what you don't like or what you like, and then it just reinforces it, and it's like, oh my goodness. So I've been trying to cut a lot of social media out of my life. And it's made me a lot happier. And also, again, I've been really trying to just stop comparing myself to others. I'm really trying my best these days because we're all on our own journeys, and I like being happy, and I'm trying. Honestly, I've made a conscious effort over the last, I don't know, year or so to just stop caring what other people have. All I care about is whether or not Adam misses a spot. And that alone will give me purpose. And honestly, it really has, it's made a huge difference in my life. I'm happier than I've ever been. I'm not in a bad spot. I try to be just thankful. I am. We all don't know how much time we have. And let's be happy while we have it, This guy, I think, is done. I think so. I have no idea with him. He is a bunch of detail right here. Cool. This guy. Done. That was easy. This guy. This is actually one of my favorite guys. He has such character. I like him. He has so much character. Yeah, I've been trying, and it's made a huge difference. I don't need to keep up with the Joneses. So. Yeah, for me, not going to Adepticon isn't about FOMO. It's about just missing this opportunity. So I guess fear of missing out, I guess, but not, it's complicated. It's not missing out of something else that people are taking part in. It's missing out on an opportunity to hang out with my friends. You know, because a lot of my friends live in the States, and I don't get to see them. And this is the one dedicated time a year that we see each other. And it's that missing out. It's not missing out on something else that everyone else is doing. It's missing out on an opportunity to doing it with them. You know? I care more about the relationships of Adepticon than Adepticon itself. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like it's really hypocritical. I don't fear missing out, but it's fear of missing out. But, you know, it's that. I really just like seeing my friends. Friend Ken and Austin and his crew, and Mikey and Tom and just everyone. You know, Mike, the Miniwargamer crew usually. Yeah. I like these Kommandos. I'm glad I was debating whether or not to go with the orange, the classic orange. I decided not to. I want to go with more realistic earth tones. Because number one, it just goes with my Ork color scheme anyway. And number two, I just wanted to make them look more like, again, Kommandos. So more earth tones, more dulled down. That's okay. And the great thing about contrast paints is you just got to learn how each color interacts, like, with the model. And so which ones are really, really dark. Like this sewer one is really dark, so I use a good amount. It's almost a 1-to-1 mix of the paint and contrast medium. You know, Dark Angel Green, same thing. I thin it down usually with like a 2-to-1 paint to contrast medium. Versus like there's other ones where like red is perfect. The reds are usually like perfect out of the pot. And then there's the opposite end of the spectrum. What's the one that I always use? Just the aura one. Which one? Pilar Glacier. That one, you could add 40 coats to create a glowing effect. And yeah, like that stuff is, make it stronger. Yeah. But as you can see, just an hour, I don't know how many models I'm currently working on, but the amount of progress you make on just this many models, right? Like right now, how many models have I touched during this video? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, right? And we've made progress. See, I'm 28 minutes in. I'm probably going to finish this color and then call it. We'll see. I don't even know if I'll be able to finish this color. I'm only going to paint for, I have a limited amount of time today. But again, you see how much work gets done over a period of, an hour. It helps me set up that, again, my goal is to finish one model per day. And so I can definitely, then stop batch painting and focus on one single model. I'm out of paint. Here's today's. I finished it just before this painting with Jay. I want to get it done first, so I'll make my short video for that one. Yeah. My day 6 is in the books. And then, so yeah, my goal is to finish the 30 Ork Kommandos in 30 days. And then maybe spend a day or two on the Gretchen and the squigs. You know, don't use the mud for this. Use the sewer. And then paint the squigs and the Gretchen. Get them done, and then after that's done, just use use a week or two, not a week or two, just a week, and take my time and paint Skarsnik. Right, you gotta have Skarsnik. If you have your commandos, you have to have Skarsnik, right? So he's gonna be painted. I'll get him done to a nice, decent standard, and keep going from there. Right, just keep going. Yeah. Oh, see, this is too light. I can tell instantly. That's going to be too light. Add a little more. But that's it. The longer you work with the contrast paints, the more you just realize you can really learn how to just interact with each one. There we go. Each one just goes. On the model, and then go from there. Get to know your paints. It was Valentine's Day on Friday. I did celebrate with my wife. I remember it. She doesn't. That's okay. It's. I'm not trying to be sexist or anything, but it's more for the women anyway. Like, I don't care, honestly, if my wife gets me a gift. She doesn't have to. Right? It's more just a day that I can show her I love her, and that's cool. It doesn't have to be reciprocal. So, like, for Christmas, she somehow got the idea that I was getting her an Amazon Kindle, I think they're called, e-reader, right? And I didn't get her an e-reader. But she thought I did, and in the end, I could tell that she was kind of disappointed because she really wanted an e-reader. And I guess she was not buying herself an e-reader because she thought I was getting her an e-reader. I don't know. So for Valentine's Day, they went on sale, and I'm like, you know what? Cool. I usually take her to our favorite restaurant. It's an Italian restaurant. And this year, she just didn't want to go. She said, I don't need to go. So I grabbed Thai, which is significantly cheaper than the Italian restaurant, and I just simply used the money that I would have normally spent at the Italian restaurant and the Italian restaurant cost more than the Kindle, so I bought it. And I bought it weeks in advance because I'm like, okay, the expected date for this Kindle is, she's not home right now, so I can talk about this. So, I don't know, I guess it doesn't matter anyway. So the expected date was February 10th to 12th. So I was like, perfect. It'll be there for Valentine's Day. She'll have her e-reader. Life's good. And then it got getting pushed and then pushed and pushed. And then today's past the 14th, right? And it hasn't shipped yet. The point where I'm like, is it getting shipped? So she knows. I already told her. I got her something. Cool. But that's pretty funny. It'll hopefully arrive, eventually. And again, it's the thought. It's not the amount that you spend, but I really wanted to get her that gift. She thought I don't know why she thought I was getting it for her. I have no idea. And in the end, the gift I got her for Christmas wasn't as cool, I guess, as the e-reader in my once I figure out that, you know, but it's for reading books. It's something I don't do, right? So, readers. I like these earth tones. Another one. I'm trying out several new contrast paints for these models. I love them. So far, everyone I purchased for this group of models has just been a home run. This sewer one is this backpack. I love it. Another one I love, and I've never tried before, is Talazar Blue. And it works perfectly with a nice quick highlight of Calidor Sky, which is my favorite blue from the paints, the Citadel paints normally, and the two worked perfectly together. I love a quick highlight with, because as you can see here, that's almost Calidor Sky. That's a great one too. The sewer one, great one too. And that's what I love. As I said, like I'm painting models I've never painted before. After this one, I'm going to be painting, after this squad, I'm going to be painting probably Beast Boys, I think. So what I'm going to do is I'll finish the Kommandos. I'll paint Skarsnik, obviously. Got to paint Skarsnik, so you have Skarsnik for your Kommandos. And then I will paint the Beast Boys. And then after the Beast Boys, again, I'll try to do 30 in 30 days kind of situation. I will paint the Beast Boys. And then I have a Beast Boss. Once again, a perfect leader for the Beast Boys, right? And then it's easy. And that alone will remove 60 models, over 60 models. Like the Kommandos alone is 37. Because there's 3 squigs, 3 Grots, right? And then Skarsnik. So that's 37 models right there. Oh, dropped them. So 37 models. And then for the Beast Boys, that's another 30 at least. And then the Beast Boss. So I'm already at 70 models basically. So that's a third of the pile of shame. You know? So I estimate about 200. My wife is away for a weekend in March. And I might take that as an opportunity to paint like Gretchen, old style Gretchen. Just push myself for a weekend, slap chop them, get them done. Maybe make a video of it. I have this video series that I filmed a long time ago. Again, I just never edited. And it would be perfect for it. So, I got stuff to make. For Christmas time, we replaced our oven. Our oven was starting to really, it wasn't cooking well, wasn't cooking even. It's an old oven, very old. So we decided to get a new oven. It's a smart oven. And now it tells me when it's like, I need cleaning. I'm like, why are you telling me this oven? You're pretty clean to begin with. It's like, I feel like it's almost like telling me it's lonely or something. I need you, Jay. Okay, stop talking to me, oven. Just sent me a message. I'm married, oven. I think this video is going to be called Don't Worry, Be Happy. Yeah. Which, for those in internet land, is not Bob Marley. Bob Marley sang a song called Don't Worry About a Thing, because every little thing is going to be alright. Right? 3 Little Birds, I believe the song's called. I think so, something like that. But Bobby McFerrin sung Don't Worry, Be Happy. Huge misconception. It's one of those songs that is frequently attributed to Bob Marley, but isn't it? It's Bobby McFerrin. So, if you think I'm wrong, go watch the music video. It's Bobby McFerrin in it, and he's performing in his music video with Robin Williams, another comedian. I forget the other comedian's name. Not Al Sharpton, Al Rankin. I forget his name. But and then Robin Williams. So. Yeah. I'm actually, I'm just having fun. My channel's not even monetized right now. It might get monetized again someday. Who knows? I really don't care. It's nice making a little bit of money just so I can invest it in, better technology. I really want to get a new camera eventually. But right now I'll keep using my 720p camera. And yeah. What color hat am I? Cool. He's looking good. How long am I painting for? 40 minutes. Yeah, I might finish here. I have 2 more left. This is a perfect spot to finish after this. I got the color done. So I painted 16 models, though, of the one color. That's good. And really, my color scheme is very easy. So all I do is, after this color, I paint the leather. I paint red, and blue, combination of red and blue, depending on which item. So masks or the bracelets or armbands. Blue, red or blue, and then I paint the metallics. Right, I do true metallics. So I do lead belcher, and then I use non-oil, and then I simply highlight back. Oh, missed his pants. All right, whatever. I'll have to paint that after too. Yeah, then all I do is work my way backwards and paint the other colors. And red is such a strong color that I can paint red over this color, so it doesn't matter if I get a little bit, the dynamite and stuff. Look at that. He's looking good too. And before you know it, I'm going to have 30 painted Kommandos. And then, by the time the weather's warmer, I'll have 30 painted Beast Snega boys. That's a win. 60 less orcs to paint. Got some boys. This is going to be an orc-filled year, I think. I'm going to do a lot of projects on my orcs. There we go. Cool. One left. 43 minutes. Yeah, this is perfect timing. Yeah. Turn my computer. Alright, so one last orc. Finish on the knob. I said do a couple different heads. I don't want to do the same head for all 3 knobs. So I do one of the alternate heads for this one. These guys look so cool. I love the detail. I love the looks. The new orc kits have been awesome, and I do crap all. I kind of was really upset with this guy's kit. I didn't like these sprues. I still think it's the worst sprue kit I've worked on in a long time. But the models themselves look cool. I've really enjoyed painting the models. So, yeah. I missed painting with Jays. Just love them. By far my favorite video series. I just sit here and I talk and I paint, and at the end of the hour, stuff is done. You know? Like again, I have 16 models that are closer to being finished today. I have, I do the leather, metallics, red and blue, and then I work my way backwards. And for like this model right here, obviously there's going to be some more complicated coloring. But even still, you can start seeing after a little bit of time, like, oh, you know, I'm only holding the model for minutes on it at a time. You're really starting to see the progress already, right? Like they're starting to look like, okay, you start, especially with these contrast paints, is you just start seeing the finished model, and it feels so good, and it makes you want to finish the model. So let's finish there. That looks awesome. So as you can see, they're well on their way. My next video, I'll probably be still working on these guys for another week. I'd say that's probably fair. And then after that, we'll get to the next one. So let's end now. And that concludes another Painting with Jay. As always, huge shout out to everyone in internet land for painting along with me. I hope your painting projects are coming along and you're starting to see the end. It feels good. A little scary, but good. So stay tuned for more Painting with Jays. I really hope you enjoyed this video. And as always, till next time, this is Jay saying happy painting with me.